Season Pass, sponsored by Kelly Grimsley Kia.
Tonight on Season Pass.
Win or go home. Welcome to the highs and lows of playoff madness. High school girls basketball is 2 rounds deep in the postseason. We have highlights from 10 playoff games from around the area. We also have highlights from the boys as they wrapped up the regular season. It was a busy week for Angelo State sports as well, with the Rams and Bells tried to defend home court while ASU baseball traveled up to Lubbock. We have all the action. Season Pass starts right now.
Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Season Pass. I hope you're all having a great night. We're going to make it even better for the next 27 minutes. It's the one-stop shop for everything Concho Valley sports. We have a lot to recap from this past week. High school girls basketball is in the regional quarterfinals. We'll spotlight the by-district and area rounds in this episode. Boys basketball, on the other hand, begins playoff action this week. So we'll recap the final games of the regular season. On that side, Angelo State Athletics was also in action. We have highlights from the Janelle Center for both the Bells and Rams basketball teams. We also have highlights from Lubbock, where the Rams baseball team battled Lubbock Christian. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get to it, starting with the by-district round for girls high school basketball. Winner moves on, loser goes home. Everyone stepping on the court with the same goal, being crowned state champions when all said and done. Let's go to Cristobal, taking on Cross Plains in Tuscola. Second quarter, game tied. Callie Montalvo drives in for the lay-in. That kicked off a big Lady Cougars run here. Sterling Baker comes away with the loose ball. The dish to Allison Vaughn. She goes up strong with it for the bucket. She also draws the foul. Cristobal ran away with this one a little later. Montalvo finds Baker off the nice cut to the bucket. Too easy still in the second quarter. Let's go ahead and get some more buckets. Montalvo to Baker again. This time she knocks down the jumper. The Lady Cougars advance to the area round, a win 59-36. Albany versus El Dorado out in Bront. The Lady Lions led by 2 entering the fourth, now up by 11. Cody Metter working the post, gets the basket and draws the foul. She missed the free throw. Albany up by 9. A few possessions later, Lady Lions on the break. Allie Hill beats everyone down the court. That made it 42-31 Albany. The Lady Eagles didn't go down without a fight, though. Here, Robbie Martinez with the turnaround. One-hander. Look at that move. And then Metter finds Martinez in the corner, buries home the triple. The Lady Lions were able to make their free throws down the stretch to win 50-39. El Dorado's season comes to an end. Over to Coleman, number 23, Very Best, taking on Menard. Very Best led 11-0 after the first quarter. It took Menard 10 minutes to get on the board. Addie Bunwowski finally does so with that jumper. Lady Falcons lead by 13, and they dominated in the first half. Kennedy Wheelis misses the 3. Emily Ward grabs the rebound and the putback. Very Best closed out the first half on a 10-2 run to lead 30-7 at the half. The Lady Falcons came out firing from deep in the third. Aliyah Harrison knocks down the 3. She put up 9 on the night. A little later, another freshman, Callie Briley, bangs home the triple. She led the team with 10 points. Very Best running away with it 48-17, and they're your by-district champs. The Lady Falcons take it 55-23. So on Monday, 3 Concho Valley girls basketball teams took home gold balls as by-district champions. Wall won their game, and you just saw Cristobal and Very Best punch their tickets. Well, the by-district round continued Tuesday night with 6 more area teams in action, hoping to keep their season alive and claim some hardware. Water Valley and Eden met up at the Janelle Center, and it was a rowdy atmosphere. A close second quarter. Eden up by 2. Emery Sears hits the wide-open jumper to tie the game at 16. She had a game-high 14 points. Water Valley up by 1 in the third. Kenna Bozick rattles it in to give Eden the lead, but the Lady Wildcats took it right back and started to pull away. Sears passes it ahead to Bailey Dawson. She lays it in. Water Valley goes on to win it 46-34. They'll face Sierra Blanca in the area round. Highlights from that one coming up in just a few minutes. Central taking on North Crowley in Brownwood first quarter. First points didn't come until 44 seconds left in the quarter. Makai McMurchant with the runner. Crowley led 4-0 at the end of one. Second quarter now, Lady Cats get their first bucket. Alyssa Barron drives, sinks the floater, but Central would trail 14-4 going into the half. Let's pick it up in the fourth quarter. Lady Cats down 10. Layla Young catches the inbounds pass, makes the lay-in, giving Central a much-needed spark. That's Lady Cats possession. Vanessa Zecca hits the off-balance shot. Don't know how she did that. They scored 14 in the fourth. They couldn't complete the comeback. They fall 29-24. ending their season. The Sonora Lady Broncos facing Presidio out in Fort Stockton. Lady Broncos with the first possession. J.C. Harris gets them on the board, drains the three right there. Slow scoring on both ends to start out, though. Presidio's Alondra Porano right here hits the jump shot. Just a 2-point lead for Sonora. A minute and a half left in the first. Alicia Smith with the cut and the kiss off the glass and in. Sonora went on to win this one 37-20. The Lady Broncos faced 8th-ranked Shallow Water in the area round. We have a final from that one coming up for you guys as well. That expression says it all by district round. Action in the books coming up on Season Pass. We take a look at the area round highlights and final scores from 8 playoff games. Stay with us.
Oh, quarter-pound double cheeseburger. Look at that.
Man, that looks juicy. What about this crispy tender sandwich?
I know. Oh, man, we both got tots all for $2.99. This is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta love the Car Hop Classic.
Selfie?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick. Got it.
At least your Buick's locked.
At the heart of every Buick Encore is you. Pay no interest for 72 months on most 2019 Buick Encore models. Or get $4,000 purchase allowance plus an additional $750 purchase allowance for current eligible GM owners.
Visit Mitchell Buick GMC in San Angelo.
Wherever we want to go, we just have to start. Auto save your way there with Chase. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Guys, this is Steven.
Pretty sporty car there, Steven.
It's my dad's new Camry. It's got a V6 engine, cool safety features, panoramic moonroof, a super roomy back seat.
You're right about the back seat, Steven. Roomy.
Get carried away by the sporty new Toyota Camry. Right now, get $1,500 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a new 2020 Camry LE for only $249 a month. Hurry in today. Toyota, let's go places.
Sonic just introduced tachos. Look at that cheese sauce.
Bacon, too, so crispy.
And Baja Blend.
Love those spicy jalapenos.
Tachos. It's like I'm saying nachos, but I'm not.
It's not that much like you're saying nachos.
Welcome back to Season Pass. We continue with area round action from the girls' high school basketball court. Entering Friday night, only 8 Concho Valley teams were left standing, starting with the 4th-ranked Wall Lady Hawks battling number 25 Brownfield out in Stanton. 4th quarter, Wall capping a 7-point comeback. Landry Reynolds drives in, hits the layup and the foul. The free throw makes it a 3-point lead. However, that lead was erased on the other end. Brownfield's Tia Johnson misses the initial layup, but gets the board and the bucket and the foul. Free throw ties the game up. She makes it. The Lady Hawks found themselves back down 5. But Carolyn Haltman hits a clutch jumper. Lady Hawks trail by just 3, but this was the dagger. Down by 3. Dabria Blackwell misses the free throw, but none of the 3 Lady Hawks box out. She gets the rebound and the layup to put the game out of reach. The season ends in the area round for Wall. They fall 57-49. Water Valley battling Sierra Blanca out in Garden City. Water Valley came out strong in this one. Bailey Dawson knocks down the 3. That caps off an 11-0 run to start the game. The Lady Wildcats were doing this all night, folks. Emery Sears with the steal going the other way for the lay-in. That puts Water Valley up 25-10 in the second quarter. And then they reeled off another run. Calissa Mitten-Holland off the glass and in. 16 points for her and part of another 10-0 run by Water Valley. They led 37-13 at the half and wouldn't let off the gas. They put up 24 points in the third quarter. Bailey Dawson hits the jumper. She led the team with 20 points. Water Valley rolls to a 73-22 victory. They are your area round champs. Number 16, Blackwell, also in Garden City, taking on Buena Vista in the area round. A slow start offensively for both teams, but Blackwell found their groove. Jaden Feichent knocks down the wide open corner 3. That put the Lady Hornets up 14-2. Blackwell led at the half, but only up 9 heading into the fourth. Emily Sanderson able to get that one to fall in. She's also fouled. The free throw would be good to put Blackwell up 32-20 late in the fourth. Lady Hornets pull away for good. Sanderson feeds it to Madison Solis. Easy bucket for her. She put up 12 on the night. Physians had a game high 15 as Blackwell wins 46-31. They will play Water Valley in the regional quarterfinals on Tuesday at Lakeview High School. Let the playoff madness continue in Class 1A right down the road at Lakeview. Number 23, Very Best, taking on Rankin. Under a minute to play in the first half, Callie Briley over to Kennedy Wheelis. She gets the layup to fall, but Rankin responds on the very next possession. Going the other way, Chelsea Tubbs sinks the three. That gave the Lady Red Devils a 6-point lead, 36-30 at the half. But the third quarter belonged to Very Best, and Wheelis caught fire. She gets the steal and the easy bucket. Later, Wheelis displaying the three-point stroke. She bangs that one in. She made 3 threes in this one. Coach Schlicky loving the momentum swing. He can feel a win. 20 seconds later, Wheelis again lines up and splashes in the triple. Wheelis exploded for a game-high 26 points. Very Best took a 6-point lead into the fourth and held on to it. Lady Falcons win 67-48 and are your area round champions. They're moving on to face Santa Ana. Some other finals from the area round starting in Class 3A. The Ballinger Lady Bearcats season is over. They fall to Bushland 60-37 out in Stanton. Sonora's season also coming to an end. The Lady Broncos fall to 8th-ranked Shallow Water 71-22 out in Andrews. And then over to Class 2A, Christoval takes care of business in Ira. They dominate Seagraves 50-20. The Lady Cougars moving on. And then look at that Mason score. The number 6 Cowgirls squeak by number 16 Snook 40-37. The Cowgirls, Mason moves on. Coming up next on Season Pass, we can't forget about the boys' side of basketball. They wrap up their regular season when we return.
Hi, I'm Dr. Victor Schulze with North Bentwood Veterinary Hospital and Boarding. We are a family-run business located in the Bentwood area. We are always happy to give a tour of our facility. You can reach us on our Facebook page or give us a call.
Hi, I'm Mike with the Morrison Supply Showroom. Please come and see me for all your Kohler faucet and fixture needs. The Morrison Supply Showroom, 321 North Main Street, right off the corner of Main and Pulliam, a registered Kohler showroom.
Need glasses? Your tax refund goes further at iMart Express, where you'll spend less on the have-tos and keep more for the want-tos. We offer a huge selection, same-day service, and 2 pairs start at $38.71. Make the most of your refund. iMart Express.
My name is Jamie Berryhill, founder and director of Mission Messiah. 23 years ago, we launched the mission for the purpose of seeing lives transformed. 4 years ago, we launched Mission Messiah Television and deemed it encouraging television to enhance your lives. And that's exactly what happens as you witness these lives being transformed. We also interview national and international high-profile individuals impacting our world. Won't you tune in? Mission Messiah Television.
Hey, man.
Hey, Todd.
Hey, I'm just trying to let everybody know about Truck Month at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
Right now, get a brand new 2019 Nissan Titan XD Platinum 4x4 with a Cummins diesel and get $14,500 off MSRP.
It's Truck Month at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston, Hart, and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbutts.com. Hey, don't cut yourself.
My car's making a really weird noise. It's like a ting, 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 ting.
Whether your vehicle's import or domestic, your car's not foreign here at Rick Henry's Auto Service. Come see us or click on the Expert tab on the Concho Valley homepage.
Welcome back to Season Pass. The girls are 2 rounds deep into the postseason. The boys, on the other hand, just wrapped up the regular season. Sometimes your fate comes down to the very final game. Let's start out with Central hosting Haltom. The Bobcats need a win to clinch a playoff spot. Central trailed 44-29 at the half. Started to make a comeback. Vincent Lara kicks it out to Joseph Rowe. He knocks down the 3. Bobcats down by 9 in the third later. Tristan Lopez with the steal takes it the other way for the lay-in. Central cuts the lead to just 5 points. The Bobcats still fighting in the fourth. Chase Fields floats this over his defender, but despite a late rally, Haltom takes this one 67-63. Central's playoff dreams come to an end. Lakeview trying to hold on to the number 3 seed in District 5-4A against Big Spring, and this was an exciting one. Fourth quarter, Lakeview trailing. Johnny Espinosa drills back-to-back corner threes. That shot there makes it a 1-point Big Spring lead, and this one gives the Chiefs a 2-point lead. Big Spring would tie it up, which leads to Jesse Greer hitting the game-winning 3 with 3 seconds left on the clock. Lakeview pulls off the comeback win, 62-59. The Chiefs lock up the 3 seed out of 5-4A. Round 2 of Wall and TLCA. Eagles won the first matchup earlier in the season. Wall seeking revenge. Third quarter, Wall comes out on a 9-0 run. Austin Williams hits the corner 3 as part of that run. Hawks lead by 14. Javon Everett, though, would try to keep the Eagles close. He drives baseline off the spin move and hits the floater, donning that number 24 jersey in honor of Kobe Bryant. The Wall's offense was clicking Tuesday night. On a fast break, Everson Armstrong goes down low to Miles Duncan for the easy lay-in. Wall makes sure they don't get swept by the Eagles. Hawks win it 57-37. Blackwell taking on Very Best Friday afternoon, a play-in game in Water Valley. Winner moves on to the playoffs. First quarter, Bobby Dunn uses the crossover, kisses it off the glass. That ties the game at 7. Blackwell answers at the other end, though. Michael Lowry pumps, drives the lane. Nice finish. Blackwell back in front later in the quarter. Game tied at 12 now. Lowry, nothing but net. He was feeling it in the first quarter. There wasn't a sign of quit in either team. Right before the end of the quarter, Cameron Collier's pass is deflected, gathered by Joshua Bolin. Basket with contact. Very Best led 16-15 at the end of one. Now in the second, Blackwell in front. Dunn ties up the game with an acrobatic finish. This one went down to the wire. The Very Best pulls it out in overtime. 45-44. The Falcons advance to the playoffs. Blackwell's season is over. Wall and Erie County, two of the best teams in the area, getting ready for the postseason. Under a minute left in the first half. Cross-court pass for the Hawks sharpshooter Austin Williams. He had 16 in the half, but there's still time on the clock. Other end, Malak Moreno. He pumps, pulls the trigger, and fires right before the buzzer. It's good. He sinks the shot. We go into halftime. Wall leading 35-19. Third quarter now. Williams over to Jacob Richardson. Makes the off-balance floater. Wall led 39-27 going into the fourth, but the Hornets didn't back down. Fourth quarter, Marina with the quick pass inside. Avery Theck cuts the Wall lead to just 8. Other end, check this out. Richardson behind the back bucket. He had 16 points. Wall hands Erie County its first loss of the season, 47-35. Both teams tip off the postseason this week. A lot of basketball, but quality basketball. Can't wait to see what's in store this week. Next on Season Pass, we jump to the collegiate level with Angelo State. A ton to recap, so don't go anywhere. Season Pass, be right back.
Introducing the most capable Sierra lineup ever. Get 0% financing for 72 months on 2020 Sierra 1500 models. Plus get $500 purchase allowance when you finance through GM Financial. Or get $7,000 purchase allowance on the Sierra Texas Edition.
Hi, I'm Mike. MGB wants to be your MVP, most valuable payer. Bring your gold, silver, and diamonds to MGB, and you'll say,
I sold gold, and I like Mike.
On Avenue N by Angelo State.
The goal of tax season? Keep your money. With Altice Mobile, it's easy to do. One line, every line. $30 a month for life. You get unlimited data, talk, and text, plus 99% nationwide coverage. There's no risk, no commitment, and you can cancel anytime. There's just no better deal out there. Switch to Suddenlink's Altice Mobile for just $30 a month for life with unlimited data, talk, and text. Visit alticemobile.com. Only from Suddenlink. Also available for Suddenlink Business.
Hey guys, hope I'm not interrupting anything. Hey, I just wanted to remind everybody about Truck Month at Jim Bass Cars and Trucks.
Get a 2018 Toyota 4Runner, just $32,988. Or a 2019 Toyota Tundra, just $27,988. Or a 2014 Toyota Tacoma, just $19,988.
Jim Bass Cars and Trucks, Houston, Hart, and Arden Road, or 24/7 at bassbutts.com. Night night, y'all.
Good night. Good night.
West Texas Rehab's Hospice of San Angelo is seeking a full-time RN or LVN to join our team. We offer excellent benefits and a team environment. Apply online today at westtexasrehab.org.
Welcome back to Season Pass. It's a jolly good time to be an Angelo State fan. Down on West Avenue in Angelo State, winter sports are nearing their end, while spring sports have just begun, but they all have one thing in common: national success and national recognition. Last Wednesday, the Bells and Rams basketball teams were featured in the first regional rankings of the season. The Bells nabbed 8th, while the Rams were 6th, meaning if the season were to end today, they would both be in the national tournament over in baseball after entering the season as the 11th ranked team in the country. The Rams moved all the way up to number 1. They're off to an undefeated start, and the Bells tennis team is currently 14th in the ITA rankings in the program's 3rd year of competition. Which sets the stage to start recapping. The Rams hosting the Javelinas, the 3rd and 4th place teams in the Lone Star Conference. As ASU tied for 4th, Paul Williams can't hit the 3, but Andre C. Bargwin grabs the board and the putback like the monster he is. First points of the game go to the Rams. Colin Turner put on a show with his family in attendance on Thursday. He hits the corner 3. He had 44 points in this one, the 3rd highest in school history. Javelinas kept it close, but Byron Edwards comes off the bench and hits the 3. He had 8 clutch points before halftime. The Rams battled until the end and pulled off the upset, 80-73, the final over the Javelinas. The Bells also in action against Texas A&M Kingsville, and ASU's offense found a rhythm early and often. 3rd quarter, the freshman Sawyer Lloyd drives and hits the pull-up jumper to put the Bells up 45-19, and they didn't slow down. Asia Davis says, hey, I can do that too, and hits the pull-up jumper just like Sawyer Lloyd. Angelo State still in front. A little later, Lloyd again. This time, she puts the nail in the coffin with a 3-pointer. Bells are up 54-27. They go on to win 58-23. 39. They won 50. You get what I'm saying. Final home game for the Bells. Let's keep it rolling. Trying to close it out with the win over International. Tight game in the 3rd. Lana Marov feeds it inside to D. Moore, does a 180 around her defender, bounces it in. Bells up 56-54. The Dust Devils started to pull away in the 4th quarter. Lindsey Thorpe drains a 3 to give them a 5-point lead. Then Jocelyn Greer, backing up against Marov, floats it over her and in. Dust Devils up 82-73. Despite a game-high 24 points from D. Moore's, the Bells couldn't rally. Texas A&M International takes this one 86-76, spoiling senior day. The last regular season home game for the Rams. Angelo State is 3-0 all-time against International. First half, and the Dust Devils worked it low early and often. They swing it down low to Tom Higgins. Look at that move. Gets past Andre C. Bargwin for the bucket. The Rams respond seconds later. Cam Reedus over to Paul Williams. Do I hear a splashdown? That gives Angelo State a 1-point lead, 5-4. The first 20 minutes were back and forth. Later, the inside game's been working. Why not extend the range a little bit? A little 2-man game ends with George Mejia Sanchez taking a trip downtown. A crazy sequence gives International a 7-5 lead. How about some defense into offense? Byron Edwards gets the steal and then hits the nice off-speed Euro step for the bucket. That ties the game. The Rams pull it out by double digits, 79-69. Angelo State had 3 seniors finish with double-doubles. Colin Turner led the way with 22 points. The Angelo State baseball team traveled to Lubbock for a 4-game series against Lubbock Christian, and there he is on the mound. He gets the strikeout and the strikes out again. Lubbock Christian starting this one hot with Ty Stevenson. How about Trent Baker? He does the same thing. He starts out hot. He had 8 Ks Friday night and kept this thing close. Pardon me, Trent Baker had 10 Ks. Stevenson had 8 Ks, but it doesn't matter when you have Josh Elvire up, and look at that beauty. The only D2 player on the Golden Spikes watch list crushes that one out of the park. A 3-run jack to left center. He hit a lot of home runs this weekend. We'll get to that shortly. The Rams hold on to take game 1. They beat the Chaps 7-6. The Rams baseball team continued its series against Lubbock Christian Saturday with a doubleheader. This one actually Sunday's game, and we can see it right here. Justin Lee gets the single right up the middle. Nick Novak racing home from second, and he's going to score. Angelo State up 1-0. And how about some more runs? Considering that's all Angelo State knows how to do, there's the score for the second game. Josh Elvire, I told you he hit tons of home runs, 4 for 5, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs. The Rams take it 17-4, and then the second game of the doubleheader, game 3 actually, 15-8. Angelo State takes it. Brad Mathewitz 3 for 5 with 6 RBIs. Are we going to go ahead and play that Sunday game again? Kind of want to see that dog. Let's go ahead and see that pupper again. Let's go ahead and roll it. Oh, well, we'll just pick it up right where we left off. There he is. Brad Mathowitz shoots it out to center, but that's going to score some more runs. Angelo State, just to kind of sum this thing up, Angelo State scored a lot more runs than Lubbock Christian did, and they went ahead and swept Lubbock Christian off their home turf for the first time in program history. Angelo State picks up the win on Sunday to close it out 12-5. Coming up on Season Pass, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. Who knows what to expect on this next segment? We'll crown the Player of the Week in the Concho Valley. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All hail the presidential portable restroom. Air-conditioned spaces, TV sets, fireplaces, and AM/FM stations.
You have to have one when you don't need one, if you expect to have one when you do. And it's better to have one and not need one than to need one and not have one.
We switched.
We switched.
I switched to Chevy for my family. I switched for more room.
Great.
We switched.
Why do we switch?
For adventure. For this.
See why people are switching to Chevy.
I'm never switching back.
Get $3,000 cash allowance on all Trax models. Plus, current competitive owners get an additional $750 cash allowance. Chevy drives Texas. Find new roads.
All hail the presidential portable restroom. Air-conditioned spaces, TV sets, fireplaces, and AM/FM stations.
You have to have one when you don't need one, if you expect to have one when you do. And it's better to have one and not need one than to need one and not have one.
Hello, welcome back to Season Pass. Before we get to our Player of the Week, this man right here, Michael Gallup, came to San Angelo, and over 100 kids from around the area shared a special moment with that Cowboys wide receiver when he came to San Angelo Saturday afternoon. Gallup was a headliner for the 2020 JW All-Star Academy, a 3-day speed and agility clinic held at Angelo State University. The 2-year NFL veteran led kids ages 5 to 18 through various drills, took photos, and even danced with them. If you want that story, go to ConchoValleyHomepage.com. It's time now for our Player of the Week. We talk a lot about efficiency when we hand out this award. This week's recipient had a career week. Say hello to senior guard Colin Turner. Turner had a career night on Thursday against Texas A&M Kingsville. Senior scored 44 points, which marked the 3rd highest in school history. He was only 3 points shy of the single-game record of 47 points set back in 1990. Turner also grabbed 5 boards and recorded 4 assists in that game. He then followed that up with a performance by dropping 22 points on Texas A&M International. Through those 2 games, you can see those stats. He shot 51% from the field, 50% from 3, 95% from the charity stripe. Efficiency is key. Colin Turner, the Player of the Week.
Player of the Week is sponsored by Southwest Pools and Spas.
And that wraps up this week's show. We're running out of time. You can catch all of our content on ConchoValleyHomepage.com. You can even rewatch this episode if you want to see that dog again from Sunday's game of Angelo State. You can go ahead and download the Concho Valley Homepage app as well to take all of the content on the go. Follow us on Twitter at KLST Sports. Maybe mention us in a comment. We'll have a chat. We'll be right back here at the same time next week. Good night, Concho Valley.
Season Pass, sponsored by Kelly Grimsley Kia.